People are asking where you've been. They say have courage, and I'm trying to. Okay, let me literally stop living my full Elsa fantasy. Just let me in. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me what. Do you wanna build a snowman? Ah! I cannot wait for Frozen 2. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. What is up, you guys? How are you doing this beautiful day? So today's video, I'm so excited to be doing this. I'm doing a full review demo wear test of the new Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation. And I'm actually going to be doing a little foundation battle versus the older Fenty foundation. This is the soft matte, and we have the hydrating foundation. So I want to do like a little bit of a battle to see if this foundation works for someone like me who is more on the oily side. And I'm actually going to be doing a wear test, and I'm going to go to an event tonight and see exactly how it wears. I'm actually really nervous to go to an event testing out a new foundation, because usually like if I'm going to an event, I want to be like fully beat. Everyone's going to see me. I want it to look as good as possible. I'm testing out this foundation. Half of it's going to go one side, half's going to go on the other, and hopefully it looks good and I won't need to touch up. Please, please, please. So yeah, you guys, that's going to be today's video. As always, if you guys like this video, if you guys don't like me, please don't mind. Actually, no joke with that. As always, if you guys do like this video, please go and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. It's really fun over here on this side of the tracks, on this side of the hill. You guys, it's a little scary over here too, though. We're a little crazy on this fucking side of the town.
Always keep my props. I know how to handle it.
Let's get this bitch started. So you guys, I have the gorgeous Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I'm actually gonna go ahead and read a little bit of information about it first, and we'll see exactly what the tea is. This was sent to me in PR, by the way. This is not a sponsorship, this is not anything like that. I wish it fucking was, though. Hey, I wish it was. So they sent me this little thing, stay fly, not dry. Y'all are so fucking good, yeah, Brandon. So this is the Pro Filt'r Hydrating Longwear Foundation, serving hydrating medium to full coverage with a natural finish, perfect for normal to dry skin. Available in 50 shades. As the original Pro Filt'r is, they also came out with a hydrating primer, which I'm not going to use. I'm going to go ahead and just use my primer that I always use. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas, because I want to be able to test the foundation for what it is. I don't want to test it with something else that I don't know as well. And I got a little sponge and a little full coverage kabuki brush, the whole 9 yards. It will be available on August 15th online and in stores. So the new foundation is actually the same price as the old one, is $35 for the foundation. It comes with 1.08 fluid ounces, and the old one comes with 1.08 fluid ounces. They have the exact same amount of product. Let's just go ahead and open one, by the way, so you can see exactly what the packaging looks like. They sent me several shades. I'm going to use the shade 170, because that's the shade I used in the Pro Matte.
They are a 1-to-1 match. So for instance, I'm 240 in soft matte foundation, so I am 240 in hydrating.
So this is what this looks like, 170, 170. We have this one here. I love that it also comes with a pump, and it has this cute window here that you can see the exact color of the foundation. I really, really, really like that. You would think this would have a lot more product in it than this one. It just looks like it would to me for some reason, but they're exactly the same, and they're the same price point as well, which I really, really like. The side with my earring is going to be the new foundation, and the old one is going to be on this side. I already know that I love the old foundation. I think it's absolutely amazing, and it works great for my skin because I am more on the oily side. Oily combination. So it excites me. And we have a new brush here, so I'm going to take this little kabuki brush. There's a lot going on in this. Hold on. There's like this thing in the middle, and it looks like it's wearing fucking diapers and Depends. I don't know. It feels so soft. Oh my. Como un pinche cloud. Un pinche cloud. And I'm also going to be using the little sponge as well. It looks like a little beauty blender from this side, and then you turn it and it's like, no bitch, deception is real. Very cool, very cute. Let's test it out. I'm already primed. We're going to take Miss. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pump it out. Let's see how it is. Okay, so when this comes out, we're going to just let it run. It runs pretty fast, actually, so it's really liquidy. Not super liquidy where it's like insane, but it runs pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and just do a comparison on the other side of this one, so you can see the difference between the runniness of it. They ran at the same speed. Also, the colors look very different. Am I crazy, or do they look different? One looks pink and one looks yellow. It's fine, we're gonna make it work. Okay, we're gonna take the hydrating. On this side, we're gonna see exactly how this looks on us. Smells exactly like Fenty. Fenty has such a distinct smell. Like, their powder is very distinct. You guys, I'm nervous. This foundation is gonna be on me for literally like 10 hours, so I'm scared. Please work. The coverage, you guys, is really nice. I would say it's a nice, good, medium, buildable coverage. I feel like you could definitely build this to full though, like definitely. Actually, we're gonna put this on my nose because I need to be able to tell if this is gonna work on my kind of skin, and I will be able to tell when I put it on my nose because that's one of my most oily spots on my face. So if it starts to get really oily here throughout the night, I'll know if it works for me or not. So I'm actually not gonna put half the other Fenty one on this side. My whole nose is gonna be the hydrating side. Just a heads up for you guys. Taking that little sponge, patting it in. I feel like it blends in with my skin tone very, very nicely. It looks very hydrating. You can tell it looks very hydrating, very, very dewy, especially on me, you guys, on my kind of skin. Ooh, that's dewy. Do the do. And now on the other side, we're taking Miss Soft Matte, and we're packing that on this side. I really like the Soft Matte, you guys. I really, really like it. I think it's really nice. It works great for my own skin. Okay guys, so when looking at it right at the camera itself, so when I'm looking at it in the mirror, I would say that the side that's more hydrating has a little bit less coverage than the matte side. I can tell specifically with my mustache, I can see a little bit more blue undertones here, less blue undertones here. So I would say that the matte side builds coverage-wise easier than the hydrating side does, but usually I feel like that's pretty common and that makes a lot of sense. So that's what that looks like. Still very dewy and hydrating on this side. This side is becoming more and more matte as time progresses. Dewy, more mattifying. I mean, it's still a little dew, so let's just let it settle in. Okay, so I've kind of let my face sit here for a little bit and set in place. This side, as we can see, definitely looks more matte, has a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's like a soft matte. It's called soft matte, so hello. And this side has stayed relatively dewy. The house down my forehead. Ooh, the dew, do the dew. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some concealer now, you guys. I'm gonna take the Pro Filter concealer, make the shade 170. I love they all correspond with one another. I think it's just really great. 170, closest to my blueness and darkness and under eye circles, because they're really fucking real. And I'm gonna take a little bit of 140. That's gonna go a little bit around it. That looks like way more yellow. What the fuck? I'll stick to 170. Shit. I'm just gonna do my normal routine, you guys. What I normally do, I'm take a little bit of that concealer, put it in my normal concealer spots. I'm not gonna do anything different. We're gonna be testing out the foundation and see what we think of her. But that's that so far. So I'm gonna take our little sponge, a little beachy sponge. And I really like the Fenty concealer, by the way. It's very hydrating and dewy and so soft. A good dupe for it is the one from NYX, the Can't Stop, Won't Stop, I think that's what it's called. It's a great dupe for this. It actually is very shocking. A shocking dupe, if you will. Okay, so that's with some concealer on. I'm gonna go ahead and set the bad boy. For powder, I'm actually gonna be using the Cover FX powder. This is the Perfect Setting Powder. It's not even funny how great this powder is. Like, I forget every time I use it. I'm like, oh, you're incredible. You sweet, sweet man. Taking that Cover FX powder. I'm gonna set her under eyes real quick. Again, you guys, I'm gonna give this foundation a real shot. So I'm gonna go and set my face how I normally would with any other foundation. I'm gonna take my translucent powder, set my nose with it, taking that little sponge. Okay, so our face is set in place. I rhymed and I love rhyming. So this is the left side, you guys. This is the side with the hydrating foundation. As you can see, there's still a little bit of sheen that's actually peeking through the powder, which is actually kind of shocking. You can see there's a little bit sheen on my cheeks right there. There's a little bit of dew underneath it. On this side, a lot less. It's definitely a lot more matte than the other side is. On this side, my pores are a little bit more enlarged. Usually drying foundations and more mattifying things tend to do that. This side, it doesn't pick up on my pores as much on the hydrating side, which is really, really, really nice. I knew it wouldn't, but it's nice to see. Yeah, it looks actually really nice so far, you guys. Both sides look fantastic. I'm really pleasantly surprised as a first impression of the left side, of the hydrating side. I really didn't think I was gonna like it. And I think the reason why I like it so much more than I thought I would is because it's actually a lot less dewy than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was gonna be super fucking dewy, super like an oil slick, you know, and I was scared because I don't like that. But it's actually not that insanely dewy. It's hydrating. Maybe it's just a hydrating foundation and not dewy. There's no claims of it being dewy. It's literally called hydrating longwear. You know, if it's longwear, bitch, you need to add some mattifying factors in it, right? Let's go and add some bronzer and see how powders pick up on it as well. Just a really quick kind of tell. I'm rhyming like a fucking Dr. Seuss today. I don't know what's wrong with me. Taking a little bit of Marc Jacobs Fantastic bronzer. A little whiff, if you will. Okay, it's not patchy, or my foundation's not coming off. Sometimes with really extremely hydrating slash dewy foundations, if I'm applying powders on top, it takes the liquid off underneath because it's like so dewy and so intense. But this looks really nice, really nice. I love that. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of blush. This is the Rimmel Maxi Blush in the shade Sweet Cheeks. I am so pleasantly blown away with the Rimmel blushes. They're shocking. Specifically the Maxi blushes. They're so nice. They're pigmented. They're soft as hell. It just makes no sense. It doesn't make any sense. But it's applying it very nicely, just like the bronzer did. Nothing's getting picked up. And now, how does highlighter go on? I'm gonna take the Lunar Beauty Venus Highlight. One of my go-to highlighters, of course. It is by Lunar Beauty. This is my own beautiful baby brand. My baby indie brand. We're still so young. We're only 1 year old. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I can like sing when I'm wearing this. I can go up in octaves. Okay. That's stunning. I feel like it goes on really, really nicely on the hydrating side because there's still a little bit of like dewiness to it, just a little bit of dewiness. Okay, you guys, so we have basically this side of the face on. I just wanted to see how it would look with powders, how powders would go on it, and I actually really enjoy how the powders are going onto it. It just looks really nice. The coverage stayed. There's no liquid that came off. There's no foundation that came off of it, and I really think it looks absolutely beautiful. It's not falling into my fine lines. It's giving me a nice, pretty dewy-ish finish. We have to see how the wear test goes, but as a first impression so far, I'm actually very, very, very impressed and blown away, to be honest. I'm actually really, really shocked. I'm really happy with how everything looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my face. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go ahead and be checking in on my phone, as well as I'm gonna be coming back at the end of the night and doing a final check-in to seeing what we thought of the foundation, whether I would recommend it or not. So far, I'm impressed. I see a nice, gorgeous like luminosity coming from the foundation. Even though it's set, it has a nice amount of coverage through it. I'm very happy so far. And you guys, just because I love Rihanna, which I do, I fucking love her so much, does not mean I'm not gonna be extremely honest with my reviews about her product, about Fenty Beauty or anything like that. It doesn't mean just because she's a celebrity and she's gorgeous and sickening and amazing, doesn't mean that all her products are always gonna be gorgeous and amazing and sickening. And I'm always gonna keep it honest and keep it fucking real on my channel about whether or not I like a product or not, whether it works for me or not. You guys are gonna be able to see on camera whether or not it works for me, and why it does not work for me. So I'm very, very, very brutally honest in that way. I love that about my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part so far. I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna be doing little check-ins later on, but so far, so good. So far, so good. Okay guys, here's a quick little 4-hour check-in, you guys. I'm at the 4-hour check-in mark. Me and Laura are about to head out to an event.
I have inspected very closely.
What do you think?
And I've really tried to find a difference, especially with the nose area, but there's literally, it looks like an identically same foundation.
Okay, so the nose, the hydrating is only on the nose. There's no matte on the nose at all. It's all hydrating. So I noticed, Laura actually noticed it, that my smile line is cracking a lot more intense on the hydrating side than it is on the matte side. But other than that, you guys, it's still wearing really nicely.
It looks really good.
And she said it looks identical. And it looks matte, which is like
Super
the hydrating.
matte. Oh, shoot.
This is the hydrating side and this is the matte side.
It
But they
looks
look the same.
Girl.
Hey you guys, I'm currently back. Oh my god, I look like a fucking disaster. Anyway, you guys, it is currently 1:23 in the morning. I did my makeup at 3 o'clock. So it's been, wow, almost 11 hours I had this makeup on and I had not touched up at all. So this is the soft matte side, very oily on this side. On the matte side, the hydrating side, very oily, even more oily than the matte side. Of course, I think we kind of expected this. We kind of knew what it was going to be. This side is more oily. Not by much though. I've not touched up once. It's been almost 11 hours. Like I said, it's been crazy. My nose is an actual disco ball. Everywhere on my nose looks like it's highlighted. It's completely gone from here. So this is what my skin looks like up close on the matte side right here. Matte side, very, very oily. We've passed dewy long ago. This side, again, very oily. It's kind of coming off my nose over there. Wow. Wow. So anyway, you guys, so this is without any touch-ups, by the way, and I was sweating at the event very badly because it was so hot in there. So my makeup, I would say, you guys, it stayed on. The makeup is still there. It's definitely on. It's very oily. It's very, 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 very oily, but it definitely has stayed on. And honestly, you guys, I would say that the hydrating side is more oily on my face, but not by a lot. So honestly, I'm very pleasantly surprised and honestly very shocked at the fact that the hydrating side isn't way more oily than the matte side. The matte side is oily, hydrating side is oily. They're both freaking oily. And it's so crazy because you would think that the matte side would have stayed more matte and the oily side would have been like crazy oily, which it is, it's very oily, but they're so similar and it's not a huge difference other than like consistency. But longevity, they both wore for a very long time. They both kept my makeup on very long. They kept the bronzer on, the blush, the highlight, everything has stayed put. I'm just more oily on this side, but it stayed. It really is a long wear, dewy, hydrating foundation. I'm very pleasantly shocked. You guys, I feel wet on my face. Like everything feels wet. And the foundation comes up, it's like nasty. Like it's really, like my oils are really fucked. But anyways, you guys, all in all, I will have to say that for me, the Fenty Hydrating Foundation was a hit. I personally enjoy the matte side more because I am more on the oily side. I feel like it helps me with my oils a little bit more. It builds the coverage a little bit easier. I just personally like it a little bit more, has more coverage to it. So I have to stick with my matte side. But honestly, even if you are a little oily, I think you'll still really like the Fenty Hydrating Foundation. It honestly is shocking to me. Like I'm actually really, really pleasantly surprised at how much I liked the Fenty hydrating side. I didn't think I would. I really didn't. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be so oily and nasty. It won't even last on me. It has completely lasted, and just as much as the matte side has. So I'm very impressed. I'm very, very impressed right now. Go Fenty, another win for you guys. So that was great. I thought it was fantastic. I think that if you are normal, combo, and dry, you'll like it even more than I do. And I do like it. Is it my go-to foundation from now on? No, it's not. But I do think that it's nice, and if you bought it and you were oily, you would still enjoy it, and it still gives you a beautiful amount of coverage. It gives you great wear time, and it really, really lasts so long. I've been wearing this for almost 11 hours, and it's still here without any touch-ups, bitch. Yes, I'm oily as a grease ball, 100%. Am I an oil-slicked wrestler? Absolutely. But it's still here, and he's still fucking queer. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys had fun watching this video. All in all, I would say if you guys did buy the hydrating one, I think you guys would enjoy it, and I would say it's a thumbs up from me. I think it's a really, really good job, and they killed it with the foundation again, as they do with most complexion products that they come out with. They're freaking great. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of the night or day wherever you guys are, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. I love you. Mwah. Hey, guys. Okay, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? Hello. What the fook? What the fook? I cannot find it. Of Herm. We're gonna see what we think of Herm. And it gives you a really... you guys, it's so fucking late. I can't even speak. It's time. It is time. Oh, ow, ow. Oh my god. That felt delicious. Oh. You guys, what I imagine that to feel like is when you take your bra off at the end of the night. Have I ever worn a bra? No. Will I ever experience that immense joy of taking my bra off at the end of the night? I will not. But that is a close second, I think. Stay tuned.